river soul, for the water to take. I'm tired of running, I'm tired of hiding. There's no more losing, there's no more fighting. I can't live this life, I'm going home. And you, yes you can't stop me. You can't write my story. I won't be subjected to you. I rise from your deep rooted pain. This shame, I'm not to blame. So blessed be, blessed
Shirley Anita Chisholm was an American politician, educator, and author. In 1968, she became the first African American woman elected to the United States Congress, representing New York's 12th congressional district for 7 terms, from 1969 to 1983. Chisholm, in the 1972 United States presidential election, was the first African American candidate for a major party's nomination for President of the United States, as well as being the first woman to run for the Democratic Party's presidential nomination. Shirley Chisholm was the oldest of 4 siblings, and child to the immigrant parents Charles Christopher St. Hill, a factory worker from Guyana, and her mother Ruby Seal, a seamstress from Barbados. Throughout school, she was recognised by her peers and teachers for winning debates, with her professors encouraging her to pursue a political career. She replied to them saying that she faces a double handicap, and what did she mean by that? She was referring to being black and a woman. Initially, Chisholm worked as a nursery school teacher. She had a master's degree from Columbia University in early childhood education. She was very aware of gender and racial inequality, so she was involved with the NAACP, the Urban League, as well as the Democratic Party Club in Brooklyn. Discrimination followed her quest for the 1972 Democratic Party presidential nomination. She was blocked from participating in televised primary debates, and after taking legal action was permitted to taking only one speech. Despite this, students, women, and minorities followed in the Chisholm trail. She was able to garner 152 of the delegates' votes, 10% of the total, although an under-financed campaign and contentiousness from the predominantly male Congressional Black Caucus. Shirley Anita Chisholm retired from Congress in 1983. She taught at Mount Holyoke College and co-founded the National Political Congress of Black Women. In 1991, she moved to Florida and later declined the nomination to become the U.S. ambassador to Jamaica due to ill health. Of her legacy, Chisholm said, "I want to be remembered as a woman who dared to be a catalyst of change."
The global Black Lives Matter protests have encouraged people to shine a special light on the impact of Black, gay and trans activists. One person you may have heard about in recent days is Marsha P. Johnson. Marsha P. Johnson was a trans rights activist who played a big role in important moments for the LGBTQ+ movement, such as the Stonewall protests. Marsha P. Johnson was an African-American drag artist from New Jersey whose activism in the 1960s and 70s had a huge impact on the LGBTQ+ community. At this time, being gay was classified as a mental illness in the United States. Gay people were regularly threatened and beaten by police and were shunned by many in society. Marsha said the P in her name stood for pay no mind, a response in which she reduced to questions about her gender. In 1969, when Johnson was 23, she played an integral role in the protests and uprisings following the police raid on the Stonewall Inn. A year later, Johnson and her close friend Sylvia Rivera, a Latina trans rights activist, founded the Street Transvestite Action Revolutionaries, STAR, the first organization in the US to be led by trans women of color and to act as a shelter for LGBTQ+ youth. In addition to supporting young gay and trans individuals, Johnson also dedicated her time and energy to advocating on behalf of those living with AIDS. In 2019, New York City announced plans to erect statues of Johnson and Rivera in Greenwich Village. The monuments will be the first permanent public artwork recognizing trans women of color in the world, according to the city. Johnson died in 1992, with her death being ruled as suicide.
To the bathroom, sir. There are no bathrooms here. There are no colored bathrooms in this building, or any building outside the West Campus, which is half a mile away. Did you know that? I have to walk to Timbuktu just to relieve myself, and I can't use one of the handy bikes. Picture that, Mr. Harrison. Skirt below my knees, my heels, and a simple string of pearls. Well, I don't own pearls. Lord knows you don't pay colors enough to afford pearls. And I work like a dog, day and night, living off of coffee from a pot none of you want to touch. So, excuse me if I have to go to the restroom a few times a day.